Good morning and welcome back to the vlog. I hope you're all doing really well and I hope you've had an amazing week. By the time you watch this, I will have had a week of dreams, to be honest with you. So it's Monday morning. We are looking kind of fancy. I'll give you a look at the fit shortly. I am in Glasgow. I have a very exciting speaking opportunity happening this morning and I'm heading there right now. I'm so excited. So it's for professional beauty. And in the audience will be a number of like salon owners, hairdressers, people starting out in their career, people who have already launched and scaled successful businesses. But I'll tell you why I'm so excited about it. You guys know how important I believe it is that we take care of ourselves. And there's a whole big spectrum that people can interpret where they are on that spectrum, right? It means different things to all of us. However, I am firmly of the belief that when we are well put together and well turned out, your confidence skyrockets. And everybody that's going to be there today plays a part, a significant part, in helping people feel like their best selves, like their most beautiful selves, their most glamorous self, and most importantly, their most confident self. So I am stoked to have this opportunity to help turn my magic and my message and my mission to share it with these individuals so they too can then go back and share their own talents and their own light and gifts with their clients and customers. So it's a ripple effect, right? So yeah, we're feeling good. We're excited. The adrenaline is starting to kick in a little bit, which is always how it goes. So I'm just doing a little bit of light breath work before I head to the venue. And then what I'll do on the other side of this is I'll talk you through my ritual for any time I'm like rising up to meet myself and have big opportunities, how I stay grounded so that I'm present and can perform to my best and highest standards. Not standards, that sounds, but you know, do a great job. We're all looking for excellence in our career, right? Of course we are. So yeah, I'm very excited. And guys, it's sunny and warm. And I did bring an umbrella because, you know, Scotland and it's best to be prepared, but I don't think I'm going to need it. Anyway, enough chit chat. Let's get to work. So we're back in the car. That was brilliant. It was so good. I had some really lovely conversations with people afterwards and had some nice people come up and ask questions and introduce themselves, which is always lovely. There was a wasp like literally a minute into when I started and it was like right here and I stayed like still, but it was like I'm a bit scared. But I was just patient. But I stopped talking. I just went silent. But it was great. Totally settled back in. It was just wonderful. So good. So necessary, right? Like the audience in there all have their own businesses, salons. And so the number of people that come through their space with so much going on in each individual's life, like everybody needs the tools to feel phenomenal, right? And whether it's about wellness practices, habits, mindfulness, confidence, professional excellence, like all of these things, it is work, but it's also just a way to live life, to continue to be the best version of you for you, by your standards and by your ideals, and not by anyone else's. And just like really back yourself and play big. So what does that mean to you? I'm going to ask you. I had the audience doing some journaling and some reflecting on some of the questions that I asked. What does playing big mean to you? what limiting belief is holding you back? What could a more powerful alternative to that be? Anyway, I'm starving, so I'm going to head home, have some lunch, then I've got some work to do this afternoon. I need to get some steps in. I've got the chiropractor later. We've got Hayley coming up for dinner tonight. We might need to rope her in to come out some steps with us. And I might chill out for a little hour. I always go in a funny energy pattern after I've done something like that, because obviously you've got all that kind of nervous energy in your body beforehand, and then during, and then afterwards it drops out. So yeah, definitely nothing crazy. And then the rest of this week is just going to be amazing, and I'm going to take you all with me. Good morning, how are we all? It's now Tuesday morning and we are at Edinburgh Airport. My home away from home. It does strike me. I wonder how much time I've spent in this airport. I was reflecting this morning at how different my life is. How you just slide back into familiar patterns and routine. It's funny, isn't it? Like, I work for different companies now, but my routine is still very similar. My structure is still very similar. My work ethic is still very similar. However, the sunrise when I was coming in this morning was absolutely beautiful. If I'd had a little more time, I would have stopped to get out and film. It was beautiful, the way the mist was just starting to lift and the sunrise coming up behind it, and out in the kind of rolling hills. It was just beautiful. So I have a very big day ahead. I'm meeting with 3 of my London-based clients for one-to-one coaching sessions, which makes up the majority of my week, to be honest. So I have 3 today, which I'm excited about, and you get so close, of course you do, but you get so close with your clients, and there's nothing like being together in person. But as I'm not in London as often, I don't get the opportunity to see them as much. So I definitely make that a priority. London for me, yes, I do a bit of social, but it's a business trip and it's an opportunity to really drive my business forward, but also just to connect with people, connect with my clients. But I've got some fun stuff thrown in for good measure, so we're very excited, and I can't wait to take you all with me. Good evening. It is now, what day is it? Wednesday evening. What a day. What a day. I am literally feeling so recharged and amped up and excited. I have, that reminds me of the scene on, what's the film called? Bridesmaids. Where she's like, on the plane, I'm relaxed and I'm ready to party. God, sometimes I hear myself and I do think I spend a lot of time with Gary R. We're so become like one. Actually, speaking of Mr. Gary R, I'm awaiting his arrival. He's coming to meet me in London for a couple of days. We're both busy with work. We've got stuff on, but we're going to be here and we've got plans tomorrow night. Obviously, Emma. And so anyway, I'm just sitting here at my MacBook. I've got a couple of things that I'm doing. I've had 3 coaching meetings today, all phenomenal. Like every single one, the energy was really like, and I'm like, of course, I reflect, right? I ask myself, like, what was different? What was Was it me? Was it my energy? Like, or is it just coincidence? Anyway, certainly not mad about it. Not mad about it at all. Also, what I actually came on here to tell you was working with Claude. I made the switch. revolutionary. Like, tell a friend to tell a friend. If you're not using it, you're missing out. You're missing out. Also, how impressive am I? I have been absolutely ravenous. I mean, feels like for 2 months, but absolutely ravenous. I was low on steps, so I walked my little self across Tower Bridge, over to More London. I'm sure it is called More Place, you know. Anyway, I had a little wander around there, picked up some little bits, picked up some dinner for Gary and I. I've waited patiently so we can have dinner together. Guys, it's like 8:30. I was up at 3:15. That's impressive. Guys, I'm just so happy. I'm so happy. I hope you guys are all happy and loving your life as much as I'm loving mine. It's not always easy, but it's always worth it. Good morning. Well, the day is finally here. What is going on? It's Emma Grede Day. Guys, I am so excited. So just after I stopped filming last night, Gary got to the hotel. So we had a lovely catch up. He told me all about, so he had been doing a content shoot in Cheltenham with one of our marketing and social media clients. And so he had been there Tuesday, Wednesday, and then he got the train to meet me in London. And then it's funny, we had this plan, we're like, oh, we'll get room service within reason because we're obviously doing the 12-week peak. I was like, we'll get room service and like, you know, get our robes on and we'll watch like Netflix and stuff like that. But of course we were both working by the time he got there, and then we both had a little bit of like work to wrap up. And so then it was like 9:30. So we just kept the TV off and we were just chatting and catching up and sharing everything from the last couple of days. And then went to bed about like 10 and Gaz crashed out. He was exhausted, bless him. So we are up bright and early. We've been in the gym for a couple of hours. I had to wrap my session just a little short because I have a lot going on today, a lot to get done. So I'm going to jump in the shower now, get myself all spick and span, and then get my head into my laptop for a couple of hours. I've got a meeting, a client discovery session, and then Gary and I will go out and get some steps in, just go a little like lunchtime walk. We've got a few bits to pick up and then get ourselves ready for, it's funny, we were over coffee this morning, we were talking about a restaurant reservation and I was like, oh, I've had to make it for 4:15. Guys was like, it's really early, why didn't we make it later? And I was like, oh, because, so we're going for dinner, Gary, Lorna and I. Then my amazing friend Maria is having some drinks and I haven't seen her for ages, but she is a marvel of a woman, like she's amazing. And some of our like PwC crew were getting together, and she kindly, when I had said I was in London, she was like, come along. I was like, great, can Gary and Lorna come as well? So we're gonna go and meet them for drinks to celebrate Maria's birthday. She's celebrating a big milestone this year. And then we're gonna hot foot it across to Hackney Empire for Emma. It's going to be amazing, and I've got a great blazer to wear. But I'm going to need to decide whether I'm just going to commit to the look and just be okay with being in the blazer the whole night, no matter how warm I get, that's the look, or am I going to put a little something on underneath it just in case? So, TBC. But plenty of other things taking priority before then, including getting this lovely situation situated.
Guten Morgen all. Well, I join you from London. That is that right there. There's a London Tower Bridge. It's pretty cool. And over this side here we have the Shard. A lovely view from the window, and the sun is shining. And it's just, life is good. Hope you're well.
Well, we are on our way. We've had a wonderful evening so far. I'm joined by the lovely Lorna.
Hi.
And Gaz is in the front here. Looking sharp as always, Mr. Gary Orr. So we went to Sushi Samba for dinner and it was delicious. Although I had a small panic thinking that I had misplaced / lost our tickets. Quick call to the Hackney Empire sorted. And then we popped into my friend Maria, we popped in to see her for her birthday. She's hosting some drinks for some former friends and colleagues of mine. That was lovely, people that I've not seen for like 3.5, 4 years. Still some great conversations. And now, the pinnacle. We are on our way to Hackney Empire to see Emma and Jay. I'm like beyond excited. How are you feeling,
excited.
Lorna?
Can't wait.
Yeah, we're so excited. Oh wow, I really am excited. And it's funny, she posted on her Instagram earlier today saying I started in East London and we're back. And it actually, when Lorna and I were chatting about it, and I was like, it actually makes me feel like super emotional. Like, have the audacity to follow your dream, and who knows where it could take you, but if you don't try, you're just going to find yourself doing the same thing, like day in, day out. Life will pass you by, and I'm not going to let that happen to me. Neither are you, and neither's Gaz. We're going to gun after our dreams like wholeheartedly, even if it's hard, even if we're busy, even if it's complicated, even if we take knocks and people say no, it doesn't matter, we're going to go and like get them anyway. And tonight's going to be super special, so I'll see you on the other side.
Personal philosophy is my framework.
Well guys, it is now Friday. We are still in sunny London and it is gorgeous, isn't it, darling?
No, it's wonderful, isn't it?
Wonderful.
Very warm.
It is very warm.
Probably, I'd say, in the high teens, low 20s maybe. It's really warm.
Yeah, but we will fully debrief when we are back home. But last night was incredible, so special, so many takeaways. I like literally have a full thing full of notes on my phone. But Gary and I are just out getting some steps before we head to the airport. We done our workout this morning with Lorna as well, and it's just been such a successful, incredible, uplifting trip. Exactly what I was needing, and lovely to spend some like downtime with some of my favourite people as well. So anyway, yes, we're gonna have a little mooch about and then head back and get to the airport, and can't wait to share some of the kind of takeaways from both Emma and Jay Shetty last night. It was incredible. restored, grateful, excited, so much to do as well. Like I definitely feel that sense of like, oh my gosh, I have so many things I want to do, and but I also think that one of my big kind of reflections and takeaways has been taking some time out, although not really, because I've worked almost the whole trip, but maybe it's just the change of environment, which I know is very big for me. Like I've always been massively impacted by environment and environmental energy and just energy in general, and it's why I've always loved the city and why I've always had such a pull. London in particular, I think, like I have so many friendships there, and I have so many life moments and milestones that have happened there, and I think from a very early age I was always just like, I can't wait to be in the big city and like be part of it all and the hustle and bustle, and I still very much feel that same sort of feeling, not necessarily to be there 24/7, but like that's where life is happening, or certainly the piece of life that I'm definitely still living, still looking for, or at least looking to be part of my lifestyle. So I'm definitely thinking about what a bit more regular London looks like, and Gary and I have been having those conversations, haven't we, darling?
Yes, indeed.
So what I also wanted to share, just to kind of wrap up this episode, are last night was phenomenal, and actually I was reflecting on the plane that already this year I have been in the room with two of my idols, three actually, because Jay's up there as well. So I met Roxy Nafusi at the end of January. I was in the room with Emma and Jay last night, and Emma, for me, she is like, guys, I'm not even kidding, it's like Beyonce level idol, because it's in the thing that I love as well. It's in business, which is what I love, and we've just come such a long way. Like when I was younger, and I always knew I wanted to be like in business. I didn't necessarily know the shape of it or the industry or the roles that I would have, but I knew that's what I always visualised myself in, like a big corner office and like a bustling team around me, but the people who were doing it were characters. They were fictional. There wasn't a lot of, or I certainly didn't have access to, watching women carve out like mega successful empire status level businesses. It was men that I was watching, or fictional characters in movies or TV shows, but I think the thing about Emma for me is she's so real. Like she keeps it so real, and she's taken a lot of like quite a bit of heat for some of the things she's said, but she's like, it would be such a cop-out for, this is like me quoting her, but she's like, it'd be such a cop-out for me to write a book about business and not to be real about the trade-offs that I've had to make, whether that comes to trade-offs in terms of, you know, how she parents, the trade-offs that she's had to make in terms of like friends and family. She's like, you know, I'm living over in LA. She's like, a lot of my friends and family are here, and in her book she actually talks about being lonely, and she's like, I'm not really out in the scene in LA, like I'm not. She's like, I want to be at home, or I want to be working on my work, I want to be with my kids. And she's like, of course I've got friends, and she's like, but it can be lonely because growth also often means outgrowth, and that's not something that people are really willing to be super open and vulnerable about. So anyway, but what I've done is I took a ton of notes on my phone last night of things that just really, I don't know, like resonated with me, and there's a few that I wanted to talk through. So she spoke at length about reputation and how if you keep working hard, you keep hustling, and you do like strive for excellence, and this is a concept that I explore all the time with my clients. It's not about perfect doesn't exist and it's going to stunt you. Actually, if we strive for excellence, if we try and make every piece of content we create, if we try and make it excellent, if we try and have it at like an excellent workout, if we think about whatever your job is, right? Say your job is like, I don't know, stacking shelves. Say you are a cook. Say you are, I don't know, a delivery driver, right? Try and do it with excellence. Take that pride in your profession and how you're spending your days and hours and minutes, and it will get noticed, but you do have to advocate for yourself, and you need to be able to talk about why you are good at what you do. She also spoke at length about continue to dismantle the limiting beliefs, like the stories you tell yourself. I hear it all the time. People say, I'm not a morning person, I can't run. Even yesterday we were talking about meditation, and Gaz was like, I just can't. But then Gaz is quite open to be like, I also don't really practice necessarily. So we tell ourselves stories and then we believe them, and then it becomes like a self-fulfilling prophecy. Maths was never my strongest topic at school, and now that I'm running businesses, I can't be telling myself oh, I'm not good with numbers. That's just, I'll manifest that and it'll become the truth. So what do we do instead? We sign up for courses, we learn how to make sure that we understand balance sheet and profit and loss, and all of the commercials that I need to understand so that I'm setting us up, or we're setting ourselves up for the financial freedom and the financial goals that we're looking for. Even coming into the 12-week peak is a great example. For the last 3 years, I told myself oh, I can't go and do a workout until I've had coffee. I just can't. Yes, I can. Yes, you can. And I would challenge us all to have a think about the stories that we keep repeating that we're actually choosing to reinforce rather than dismantle. So that's one thing. And then she just said, do a lot. If there's stuff to be done, just keep doing more stuff. Put your hand up for things and go, and if you are looking for comfort and slow and steady and safe, that's fine. Not everybody wants extraordinary or wants to build a big successful business. It's not for everybody, or not everybody wants to have the top job or be a C-suite exec. That's fine as well. But if you have outsized ambition and you're looking for outsized success, you're gonna need to do a lot. Even now, thinking back on the things, and I am nowhere near where I want to be yet, but even now thinking back to all the stuff that I've done, I've worked in a biscuit factory, I done a newspaper round, I cleaned a nursery, I worked in a Chinese takeaway, I've done so many, I've volunteered, I used to write for a magazine, I would just put my hand up, get involved in things, because every single thing that we learn, every person that we meet, everything is leading us on to the next thing, and it will all click together if we make sure that we work so hard that there's no other outcome. Don't stop short because of doubt. Doubt is diminished by doing. I love that. And I've put loads of exclamation points after it, so it obviously really landed for me last night. Just this whole thing about non-judgment. Let's not judge each other, let's not criticise each other. We've no idea what another person is up to, and I think Emma was talking about this last night in terms of some of the things that she is being criticised for in the media, and she's like, so what if that's how I want to live my life, and so what if that's how I achieve this outsized success? Why are people so judgmental? And she's like, I get it if I offend people or if I'm saying something controversial. And she's like, but surely I'm allowed to make my decisions without the judgment and criticism, just like I'm allowed to make mine, Gary's allowed to make his. Everybody's so quick to judge, and actually if you're too busy living in judgment, just focus on your own game and your own lane. And then Jay said something super profound, and he says, when it comes to hard skills, focus on your strengths. So I know I'm an excellent storyteller. I know I'm excellent at communication. I know I'm great at this. You all send me loads of lovely messages telling me you're such a natural presenter, or I can just you're articulate and you can express your thoughts and ideas in a compelling manner. And then there's things that are maybe not such a natural skill set for me. But then when it comes to soft skills, focus on your weaknesses. So if you are quick to anger, if you are quick to judgment, if you are quick to negativity, whatever those kind of softer things are, you need to work on them. You absolutely have to work on things that are your weakness in terms of your emotional intelligence, and how you are managing your emotions, because they will trip you up, and we will not get where we're trying to get to if we are not able to manage ourselves and how we respond to things in high stakes, high pressured scenarios and situations. And then there was a conversation around, like, be really patient about the big things. People expect things to happen like within a month or 6 months of launching. Like, oh, I launched this thing and now I'm in every store around the world or whatever. So they were talking about, like, be patient about the big things, but be impatient about the small actions that you can take right now to move you closer to your goal. And again, I thought that was amazing. Like, what other thing could you do today? Don't put it off. Don't say, oh, I'll send that email tomorrow, or I'll send this. Just go and do the thing. Be impatient about that stuff, but be patient about the big results you're waiting for. And then I'll just pick one more. Oh, there's two more. Three more.
5, 6,
5.
7.
No, there's only, we're almost
We'll take you through the full show.
Yeah. So this one is huge, guys. You ready? You ready? Don't let your biggest enemy be living in your own head. What do you think of that one, guys?
Yeah, that resonated with me.
Did it,
as we discussed.
Anything to add?
Oh, just on that. But anybody that knows me or anything like that, I just think if I post this person's gonna, or these people, nobody in particular, but these people are gonna think, like I think, what are they gonna think? And then it impacts my actions and what I do. And last night they were saying, it was Emma and Jay both were saying, you need to forget that. You just need to forget that. You need to do what you want to do, whether that be an Instagram star or a YouTube phenomenon, or you want to work in a supermarket. Whatever you want to do, you need to just forget what you think other people perceive you by. Who cares? Like most of you have been through Instagram or Facebook or TikTok or somebody, and you've went through it and you'll have made a snap judgment on someone or something without even realising it and skip by it. But that someone or something, when they're making the video to put it out, or making the reel or whatever to put it out, will be thinking, oh, what do they think? What is the person that's going to watch this going to think about this? And you need to not give a shit. You need to not care about that. You can't care about that because it holds you back. And that totally, like, for me, I was like, fuck that. That's so, like, I just thought, that is what I'm like. I think, if I post this, what are these people going to think of me? Right now, I couldn't care less. Now I couldn't care less. But it was just really good the way her and Jay put it together. Because Jay said that there was I can't remember who it was. Can you remember who it was?
The Einstein quote.
No, it wasn't Einstein, it was somebody else.
Right.
It was in 1890. And they said, I'm not who you... I'm not who you think I am. I'm not what I think I am, or what you think I am. I am what you think I am. Yeah, that's it. And I was like, that's a head fuck.
Yeah.
But once you get your head round about the words of it, you're like, oh, that's so true. And that was like before people kind of read into mindset and all that kind of stuff. It was in 1890.
Where are you moving at, darling?
It was a lady we know.
Okay, right.
So it was like there was. I'm not gonna lie. I went to that last night. Not really.
For me, you probably went for me.
Yeah, I went not really knowing what to expect. Like I had no idea who Emma Grede is, and she said that Jay, what's the second name, sorry?
Shetty.
Jay Shetty was going. I was like, I have no idea who that is either. But when I got there, and Emma came on and she was talking a wee bit, and she introduced Jay, I was like, oh, I do know him. I've watched his stuff on Instagram. So the more I watched, the more I listened, I was like, this lassie's a fucking powerhouse. And do you know who she reminded me? She reminded me of Sheryl. Like, she's just a badass. Get the shit done. Don't care what the world doing about her, thinks about her. Hang about with the right people, and you'll get on in life. She's a self-made billionaire because she did that. And that's not what this is all about making billions and billions of pounds. That's not what it's about. It's about being happy and achieving what you as a person want to achieve. And it was brilliant, man. It was really good, really enjoyed it. Started reading her book last night, and I will read it. And anybody who knows me knows I don't really read, but I will read that book.
It's quite something, isn't it? And imagine having the power and the platform and the profile to impact someone's life. Like, listen to what Gary's just said. That's amazing. Look at how much he's taken from that. And that's why I'm so grateful that Emma wrote the book. But I'm so grateful that there's people like Emma. And I am going to say it because of everything that we're learning. I'm also really proud of myself for putting the work out that I put out. This is my industry. This is what I do. This is what I'm excellent at. Helping people get clarity on their vision. Help people create a life that they are in love with. Make sure that they are not settling for okay or average or mediocre across any part of their life. And make sure that we're doing all of that good work, right? Working on our mindset and working on our habits and working on our energy and taking care of the body, because it is like we need to be so in tune with our body because it communicates to us all day, every day, and we're so busy we're not listening. And yeah, the whole thing was brilliant, and relationships as well. Like, Emma did speak about her husband Jens a little bit last night, and she said, like, your romantic partner, your husband or wife, your spouse, is actually one of your most important business decisions, because you're with them every day, and whether they big you up, whether they do little things that eat away at your confidence and make you feel like shit, whether you just aren't in alignment, you don't want the same life, you don't visualise the same future together. Communication is key, because people can grow apart if you stop communicating. And sometimes you think you're doing it like it's a good thing to like not, let's just keep the peace, and actually you need to address things. If something makes you feel a type of way, you need to honour yourself. You need to say it out loud. It doesn't need to be done in any sort of, aggressive, confrontational malice, exactly that. But the right partner will hear you out and create space for you to take the minute to think about how it is you feel, and then say, like, no, I feel disrespected, or you hurt my feelings, or whatever, like, I won't stand for that. Or even if you don't have the words, just say, like, I'm not okay with that, actually, and then figure it out together. But yeah, the whole evening was incredible.
It was actually like when she was talking about Jens, he would tell her when he thought she was doing something not incorrect, but not the way he would do it, and she would say things like, how dare you have an opinion, but he's fucking right. Like, how
dare you be so honest with me.
Yeah, how dare you be so bloody honest. But yeah, it's just, I can't believe what I got out of last night. I honestly can't believe, and I've came home thinking completely different to how I felt when I went away. It's pretty awesome.
That's cool, babe.
It was good. I enjoyed it.
Thank you for always being open to new stuff.
Oh yeah, absolutely. If you don't try things, you don't go on in life.
Yeah, you don't know what you're missing.
You just sit in the same, as Baza B keeps saying to me, get comfortable being uncomfortable.
100%.
That's so true.
Our friend Barry is very wise. He's absolutely into all the personal development and just bettering himself, and he's amazing as well. It's Gary's best mate. So actually, just to round out these insights and shares, Gary just said that Emma spoke about Jens, and the one thing she said that he said to her was, when she then went into her new business, where he was an investor, he said to her, like, you're acting like an employee, you're a founder. And she said that shifted everything for her. Because she was like, yeah, you're right. Like, and so I'm going to challenge all of us, no matter what position it is you hold within your company, whether you are a founder, whether you are a manager, whether you're an assistant, whether you, like, whatever the title is, it actually doesn't matter. But if you switch your thinking from being like an employee to being like a CEO mindset, everything will change, because you'll show up with such a different drive. Like, absolutely, when I worked at Grant Thornton, PwC and EY, I showed up every day as if every action I took was going to drive the bottom line. I did. I because I'm entrepreneurial in nature, I drove it. I drove the departments I led. I drove them like it was my own. And that's what helped me be successful and rise quickly up through those very high achieving, high performing environments, because I did drive it like my own. So yeah, and then the final thing that I'm going to share is, there's a couple here, so and that's part of it, right? Behave the way you want to be seen. Like, if you want to be the managing director, don't wait for the title to come. Like, start acting it now. Start pretending that you've got that role now. I mean, maybe if you've not got the role, don't go and sit in the office for the managing director or anything like that. But just in your mindset and your stature and how you like present yourself and turn up to work. Are you arriving a couple minutes late every day, or are you there early, ready to drive, ready to lead? Are you well turned out? Are you looking like you just rolled out of bed, right? Have you been for a workout? Is your energy high? Were you late to bed the night before? Like, all those kinds of things. Like, take time to think about how the person that you want to become in the future, how do they behave every day? How do they show up? And then be that person. Meet yourself there now, today, tomorrow. Don't wait for it coming in 3, 4, 5 years time. You get what you give. You get out of things what you put into them. So don't stop short. Don't hold back. Don't be half measures. Like, pedal to the metal, full force, go. And then finally, there's nothing to do but do it. You know the things you need to do. There is no way around it. The only way is through. Guys, thank you so much for joining us for this episode. Please make sure you are subscribed to the channel. I've had so many lovely messages from so many of you. I'm glad you're all finding it, uplifting and motivational and helping you get clarity on what you want to do. Like, just go get it. If you want to start up a podcast or a YouTube channel or a company, like, just figure out one thing that you can do today to get you closer to that and go do it. And we can't wait to keep sharing our journey with you and everything we are building, and we're just delighted to have you along for the ride with us. Have a brilliant week ahead, and we'll see you soon.